Now, can everyone see my screen? And yes, that workout was awful. And by awful, I mean great. Okay, good, good, good. We can all see my screen. I'm going to go ahead and get this going, guys. So we posted earlier on our little event page. We're kind of asking around on what you guys need help with, and I know everyone on the webinar here today has been in the program for at least a year or so. So first off, it's just great to have each and every one of you. It means a lot to us that you guys have stuck along and have been in our fitness family for so long, and we really appreciate it. And it wouldn't be the same without a lot of you guys. So yeah, so just big thanks for that. I know you guys have a couple of questions and some things that you'd need some help with, so we're definitely going to go over all of that today. We've got some great topics for you. First off is just ways that you can get help and just more assistance. Safe training. We're going to go over some form and technique. Speed training versus strength training, different recovery techniques. We've got two different ways that you can help with the muscle soreness and just increase the recovery process faster. Some quick and easy meals. You guys have done such a great job this last week with posting all of the meals and everything like that, all the different recipes. It's fantastic. We love it. Best way to stay motivated and different ways to go about staying on task. You know, it's hard to always keep your head in the game, but we've got some great ways to help you stay motivated. And then also, towards the end, we're going to make a big announcement, our next Fast Fitness Bootcamp adventure. So we're all very excited about that.
Yes, you'll want to stay tuned for that. We've got an exciting video for you to watch and something new coming down the pipes, as usual.
Yes, 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 yes. So Chad, my screen is just the slideshow. So if any questions pop up, so guys, using that chat, if you have any questions, please, ask them, interrupt. That's totally fine. This is just going to be like a loose conversation. So if you have questions, please do write it in that chat box. Chat will stop me, and then we'll go ahead and answer those. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing is just, I know you guys have been in the program for a long time. A lot of you, a year, and a good handful of you, 2 years, 3 years. And I know there are quite a few that have been with us since day one, even before I was there. BV, as I like to say, before Val and before Vince. So that's pretty awesome. And one of the ways that we've really incorporated more focus on each person individually is through the progress reports. So if you guys are not turning those in, please do so. You don't just have to turn in your inches and your scale weight and answer the questions. If you guys have any problems, any issues, any concerns, or if you're struggling, then that's going to be the best avenue to go about getting your problem solved and your answers or your questions answered for sure. So if you haven't placed a big importance on the progress reports, please start doing it. We sit around on Fridays, us and the staff and the trainers, and we read through all of the progress reports, making sure that you guys are staying on track, and we email you guys back individually. So it's great to hear from you guys and stay updated. So if you are having issues and problems and you don't tell us, there's no way that we can help you out. So definitely start filling those out and make that a high priority. That's going to help you stay motivated and accountable and stay on track as well. And then also, ask questions in the Rapid Fat Loss group. That's what it's there for. We have such an amazing community of individuals where, you throw a question in that group and it gets answered almost immediately because of, the amount of people that we have in the group and the amount of advanced boot campers that we have in the group as well, and the trainers and the staff and everything. So that is also another great area that you can get some help on. So Chad, anything else to add to that as far as the O'Fallon crew goes?
Um, Not really, but we do have something fun for you guys going on through next month that's going to be involved with your Rapid Fat Loss page on Facebook. So we need you guys to really participate in your next month's squad challenge so that we can have a successful month with that and then give you something at the end of the month. But that's a surprise.
Yeah, Chad, don't give it away. Chad's in a completely different side of the house, so I can't look at him and go, no, don't say that. Um, so, anyways, moving on here. So, staying safe while training. This has been a big, big, big priority on Chad and I's list as of late. We really need to focus more on form and technique. Chad, or not Chad, but Vince and I spent last week put together a really nice movement standards video. It's about 30 minutes long, but it goes over each exercise in detail, how to perform it correctly, so that not only are you, building the muscle mass that you need to with the movement, but you're also training safe. And that's so important because the last thing that we want for any of you is to hurt yourself, be out for a week or a couple weeks. That just throws you back a couple weeks. So that's definitely no good. But, why is important to stay safe while training? Well, the obvious, it lowers our risk of injury. We don't want you guys to get injured, no way. And also, when you're doing the movements correctly, it's just recruiting more of your muscle fibers, which makes the movement and the exercise more effective, which in turn means that you're going to see faster change in your body composition, and you're going to see those results much faster if you're training the correct way. So if you haven't had a chance to check out that movement standards video, please do so. That's the link up there. If it's not quite working, obviously you can't click on it right now. I can always put it in the Rapid Fat Loss group. So take some time, watch it. And of course, if you have any other questions, or if you're unsure on how to properly do a movement, that's what the trainers are there for. Ask them. Don't be afraid to do it before, after, or during class. Not a problem at all. So really, let's really make a bigger focus on just staying safe while we train and doing movement.
Yeah, and I'm going to jump in here and say that, at times, when people are injured in boot camp or pre-boot camp and start coming in and want to work out to be healthier, you have to be cautious to work around your injury. It gets very tempting when others around you are all gung-ho, pushing themselves, and the energy in the room is high. The trainer is yelling at you, and you just want to do it, and you just want to push through the pain, or even if it feels a little uncomfortable. But go ahead and just take your time. You don't have to do a particular exercise if you feel not very stable with that, or like it's bothering you at all. You can certainly modify it. Ask the trainer to modify it for you. And then, if it's just a reoccurring issue, there are things we can do, like give you an automatic substitution. So anytime we do, like a ski jumper, if your knees are bothering you, then you know how to modify that, or any type of explosive exercise. You already have a different exercise tool, or tool belt, if you will, that you can just go to and plug in that exercise, so you don't have to, you already have something. You can still exercise, just much safer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for modifications. Absolutely. So a lot of you guys have been in the program, like I said, for 1+ years. Some of you have goals that are still, circling around weight loss, and a lot of you have already hit your weight loss goal, and you're kind of at a point where you're like, okay, what's next? I'm ready for that next level. So this is definitely more so for you guys. If you're wanting to increase your strength, increase your muscle mass, there are different ways to go about it and different ways to perform the exercise in our boot camp to achieve different results, so to speak. Chad, I'm going to let you hop into this one.
Sure. So if you're wanting to get stronger, you've already built up a great amount of endurance and speed and athleticism now, and got the weight off. So this is the person who's come that far in their goals, and they've started to maintain their fitness, or just want to focus on peak performance. So for this scenario, there's a handful of you that have been at it long enough that want to focus more on strength than just endurance and weight loss. So what you guys are going to do when we're doing a strength training day, instead of grabbing your typical 8, 10, 12-pound weights, we would encourage you to go a little bit more. And it's going to be different for everybody, but maybe it's 15, 20, 30 pounds if you're much more advanced. But it also depends on the exercise. So let's say you're doing upright rows, and the normal count for everybody else in boot camp is 30 upright rows. Well, instead of you doing the higher rep at a lower weight, you're going to do a higher weight and lower reps. Okay, so this is where you just tweak it on your own. You don't have to ask the trainer for permission. You just know that you're focusing a little bit more on strength training this day than everybody else. So you're going to do your heavier weights, maybe 20 pounds with the upright rows. Your form still has to be good, so watch that video. But instead of doing 30 reps, you can do a set of 10. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Work on your breathing, your exhaling, your inhaling on the way up and down, and set the weights down. You don't have to do more than that 10. Next time we come back around to it, maybe 30 seconds later, you can do another set of 10 instead of 30. So you get the idea. We're just working on slower pace, more recruiting more muscle fibers and muscle twitches by using that heavier weight and controlling it um, more longer than just speeding your way through it. Okay, that should make sense for everybody, I hope.
Right, right. And and I'm sure a lot of you are asking, okay, well, how many reps should I shoot for? Well, you should be shooting for reps around anywhere from 6 to 12, maybe 15. But you know what? That 10th rep, that 8th rep is, it's tough. You've got to work to get it. So that's kind of going to tell you what size weights that you need to grab. So that gives you a little bit of an idea. But there's a common misconception that just lifting heavy weights is automatically going to help you build muscle, but that unfortunately is not the case at all. You really have to combine the heavy weight training with eating the right volume of food and the correct types of food. So that is a whole nother ballpark as far as that goes. You can't really cut your calories and lift really, really heavy and expect to gain any muscle mass. You have to fuel the fire here. So, talking about diet, you have to make sure you're getting enough protein, that you're having your carbs after your workout, things like that. That's a whole nother webinar, guys, that we could talk about. But we could definitely go.
Well, if you follow in your next level nutrition, then you're already going to be eating
Absolutely, yep.
the correct way.
It's a good point. Yep, yep, yep. Um, So yeah, so blah blah blah, and yeah, the intensity factor, and that just goes alongside with make sure that when you're going for 10 reps, your 10 reps aren't super easy. It needs to be very challenging set of 10 reps, where the 10th rep is pretty challenging, like I said. So that's kind of speed versus strength training. I hope that answers a lot of your questions. Again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post it in the chat area. But we're going to go ahead and move on. Whoops. So rest, recovery, and soreness. So I've been getting a lot of questions on, okay, how can I accelerate my recovery? I'm getting a lot of muscle soreness, and how can I reduce that basically? Well, one of the ways that you can go about reducing your muscle soreness is through food. And it's actually one of the most effective ways that you can accelerate that recovery. Some of the things I did some in-depth research the last week and found some really cool new ways that you can help accelerate that recovery and reduce your soreness. And the first one that I read and loved was like caffeine. So I read that caffeine or tea, obviously you're not adding a lot of milk or sugar in this coffee or this tea, can really help reduce your muscle soreness. It targets a lot of multiple systems in the body that get beaten down by training. And caffeine taken either before or during an exercise has been shown to increase the availability of muscle glucose, which really helps with your endurance level. So that's definitely something that you guys are welcome to try. Another thing is eating dark fruits. So we always tell you guys to eat the berry family. So the blackberries, the raspberries, the blueberries, and the strawberries. Well, these same fruits really help reduce DOMS, which is also stands for delayed onset muscle soreness. It's going to help you recuperate your strength a lot faster. These dark colored fruits really have a lot of nutrients that accelerate the elimination of waste products produced during training. So we do a lot of high intensity interval training. So there's a lot of processes happening after a workout like that. So having those fruits are really going to help with the soreness. And then of course eating your leafy greens, that's going to help reduce insulin response and just reduce inflammation after the workouts. Some of the best ones that I had found were spinach, what was the other? Collard greens, and oh goodness, chard is the other one. Those top three is what I had read is really beneficial as far as just helping with the recovery. And then if you're following next level nutrition, you know that carbs, after your workout, those starches, they're great for post workout. They replenish your glycogen storage. And that's basically the energy source for your muscles. So you definitely want to replace that as quickly as you can. As far as starches go, the two best choices are going to be sweet potatoes and then also any type of squash. Those are going to be your best bets as far as that go. H2O, which says H2 parentheses, whoops. H2O, obviously drink lots of water. Dehydration is recovery's worst enemy. It's so critical, water, just having the proper temperature regulation in your body as well as your muscle function. It's key. If we're dehydrated, I think I read if we're dehydrated as little as 2%, it reduces our maximum strength and our performance because it leads to a drop in blood plasma volume. So basically what that means is that energy isn't reaching your muscle cells if you're dehydrated. So make sure that you're not just drinking water after your workout, but you're drinking it throughout the day. So super important. The other ones that I read, almonds, perfect, healthy fat. And in short, it makes you just recuperate from intense workouts faster. And some eggs is a great post workout um, option as well. Those really help with speedy tissue repair. And it actually has the second highest concentration of leucine, which is an amino acid for building muscle. So if you want to build muscle, eat them eggs. You've heard of those bodybuilders eating a bunch of egg whites, 6 egg whites, drinking it raw. It's gross, but it does help with building muscle. So definitely get those eggs in. And then last one, I don't know what it is, but in the last few months, I've been hearing about cinnamon, 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 and how it reduces inflammation. So I've been looking a little bit deeper into it. And yes, sneak in some cinnamon where you can. You can put a little bit everywhere. It improves with your insulin sensitivity and just helps with faster tissue repair and glycogen replenishment. So definitely some cool things that you can start adding to your nutrition plans if you haven't already. And I already made some post-workout suggestions. The DOMS shake, which has a couple scoops of protein. I put BioTrust. You're welcome to use whatever you'd like, though. Some almond milk, cinnamon, berries, and then some handfuls of your greens. And then, of course, a couple eggs, coconut oil, sweet potato, and I think one of my favorites, a cup of coffee and some berries. That sounds pretty good right now. So that's some ideas as far as recovery from soreness and everything through food. Now, another way you can go about it is foam rolling. We have not done a whole lot of coverage on foam rolling, but it's something that Chad and I do daily. In fact, when we were looking over how to do the webinar and everything, Chad's rolling on his foam roller. So it's kind of like a self massage. It helps with a lot of the muscle tightness and your trigger points, getting the knots out of your body. And then I found a really great tutorial video. One of the ladies who I think she has her own YouTube channel, but she just goes through a full body tutorial on how to use a foam roller. So that is so huge. Um, as far as just enhancing your performance and just making you move better. I know my hamstrings are on fire from Monday and from yesterday, so my mobility and my flexibility is so limited right now. But if I start foam rolling, it's just going to release a lot of the acid in my muscles and just help me recover that much faster. You can buy foam rollers at Walmart, Target. You can get it on Amazon, plenty of places. And like I said, I'll go ahead and share that YouTube link on Rapid Fat Loss so you guys can check out that video. So if you're not foam rolling already, then definitely do so. Chad, why don't you talk about the quick and easy yummy meals and then next month's boot camp battle? I feel like I've been talking too much.
Just a little bit.
Oh, shush.
All right, guys. So we've been doing the end of last week's challenge or last month's challenge here in July. So this month's, sorry. Having everybody post a recipe on Facebook that they've cooked, that they've rated, and they can, recommend with 1 star or 5 star. So that's been taken off like wildfire on Facebook, and every time I show new people the Facebook, all I can see is the recipes, which is fine. It's great. It's helpful for everybody because the old recipes can get stale. Even the meal plans can get stale if you don't have something to look forward to or try. And when a friend recommends it, hey, that's even better. Sally said she thought it was a 4 out of 5, and her kids even liked it. So that's a win for everybody. You get to try it and say, oh, Sally, it was wonderful. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay, well, here's what we want to do. We want to continue that for your August challenge. Continue having you post for yourself and for your squad to get points, the recipes and the ratings, just like before. But at the end of the month, what we're going to do is do a collage or a collaboration of all these recipes and put it into a Fast Fitness cookbook.
Yay! That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and that'll be fun. We'll decide at that point how we're going to get it out to you guys, whether it's like a PDF or a printed version or something like that. But that'll be just a great resource you'll always able to turn to when you, instead of saying what's for dinner tonight, you can flip through that, plan out your whole meal or your whole meal plan for the week, even easier. So.
Just by flipping through that book. So we are so excited about putting that together for you guys. I know just within last week, I feel like I've seen anywhere from like 80 recipes. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little overdoing it, but I feel like I've seen so much. So just the accumulation of a month's worth. I mean, we're just going to have a massive book of recipes to choose from. And of course,
And
we'll
Val,
get. Hmm?
were you going to show them how to look that up on Facebook
Yeah,
and just,
actually, and I pulled up the photo here. The easiest way, because I know you can scroll through the page, scroll, 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 but if you go to this little on your computer at least, and you click on photos, it's going to bring up all the photos for you. Just boom, boom, boom. And actually, let me just go ahead. You guys can all see. Can you see my screen still, Chad?
yep.
Okay, good. So let me go to the rapid fat loss real quick. So instead of just scrolling through this way and trying to pick and find all the different recipes, just click on this photos area here. And then you can kind of really just go, oh, okay, this sounds good. This sounds good. This looks gross, whatever. And then just kind of click and choose from there. So that's definitely going to be the easiest way to go about it. As far as the recipes go. So we're really excited. Let's just carry this through next month. So we just have a great, resource to pull from as far as getting ideas for what we want to eat and everything.
And you get points for your squad. Don't forget that.
Absolutely, you get points for your squad. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on here. So ways to stay motivated.
All right. So that should be me too. Um, here's what I have in mind for you guys. Okay, so you've been at this for 6 months, a year, 4 years, somewhere in there, right? And you've been through the trenches, you've put in your hard labor, you've reached you've transformed your body and the way you feel, your health, um, your clothes sizes have changed. You feel very confident in yourself, and now you're at a point, at least this is the people I'm talking to, the point where you're looking for something else to focus on. Okay, so I don't want you to just get lost and say, now, I, I've done it, I've accomplished it, so you kind of lose that momentum or excitement that you had initially. There's a couple things that I want you to focus on in order to keep that. First, it always comes down to the mentality of it, right? Finding the right mentality to stay driven on task. So here's what I would like you to do. Think of yourself as an athlete, okay? You've become more of an athlete over the last 6 months, year, etc., and your health and your fitness, and you're an example for others to follow. So what are some characteristics of an athlete, and how do they think, how do they approach life? Obviously, they're very focused and driven, okay? So they have something in, maybe off in the future, a goal that they're after, some type of a new record that they want to break, or a person that they want to compete with. They're driven, they're focused, they think about their goals, and they take their health seriously. And they also train for peak performance. So when you're in the gym, when you're in fast fitness, you need something to aspire to. Well, here you go. We just gave you an example of how to work on your strength training. Towards the end of this webinar, we're going to give you another goal or another way that you can measure your level of fitness and your level of success. And what do athletes do in order to be a good athlete, perform well? They eat proper foods. They eat the foods that are going to help them perform better. And that's what food is supposed to be. We don't have to go into a long nutrition talk right now, but think of food as your fuel source rather than just pleasure hitting your taste buds. Okay. They go to bed on time. They got an event or athletic competition the next day. As an athlete, you have to get your sleep. You have to get your rest. You don't want to be too stressed out. So get your sleep in. That way you can wake up and go for boot camp early in the morning or whatever your routine is. And then here's really where I find myself having the most long-term success is try and set the goal for others or set a goal for others to chase after. Okay, there's the leaders out in front, and our goal or my goal with my fitness is to try and maintain that sort of a leadership position as an athlete, someone who people can aspire to. Like he's reached his fitness goals and he's still going, he's still driven, so focused. So think about you know, how you can do that, or think, really try and put yourself in the shoes of being the person that other people look up to. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Because a lot of them are looking at you guys, because we have, and I joke, and I know I've mentioned this before, but we have boot campers that are in their 50s and 60s and are cranking away next to the 20-year-old, that has only been in the program for a couple months and is struggling. So they look up to you. You guys are kicking butt. When Chad says you guys are athletes, you are. I mean, you guys perform so well in class and are doing so great. And something that, you guys have already achieved are a lot of your weight loss long-term goals. And if you haven't, they're still in your sights, but you really need to start creating short-term goals as well in conjunction with your long-term. And they need to be clear, they need to be specific. If you don't set a short term goal, you don't put a plan in motion. If you don't put a plan in motion, you're winging it. And we all know that when we wing it, our rate of success is not very high. So it's important that you're setting these goals. Sit down, rediscover what your long term goal is. Really figure it out, write it down on a piece of paper. And then alongside of that, write 3 to 5 short term goals. And it's not enough just to write them down. You have to put a plan in motion. Okay, how am I going to get there? And by when and in what time frame. Excuse me, what time frame. And then once you have those in place, then you have a plan in motion, and then you have 100% chance of actually reaching those goals if you have all of those things put in place. So as far as Chad and I goes, our next step for all of you is to start setting some more short-term goals, and we have an amazing way to go about it, and something that we've been sitting on for the last 5 or 6 months. We've been wanting to launch this program, but we've just been waiting for the right time, with all of the progress reporting, the squads, and all of that. We didn't want to throw too many things at you guys at once, but especially for our people that have been in the program 6 or plus months, I know you guys are ready for this and you can handle this. And this is going to be the thing that is going to keep you motivated long term, and give you more short term goals to strive for and continue being the leaders of the pack. Um, so, with that being said, here is your next Fast Fitness Bootcamp adventure. We are launching the Fit Ranks program. Um, what is Fit Ranks? Where to begin? Well, Fit Ranks is a comprehensive and a standardized ranking test that's used worldwide. We go to California and meet with our other trainers, and they're all using this. They love it. Their clients love it. Not only is it helping them set goals and reach new goals, it's helping them get even better results because not only are they just working out now they're training. They're training to pass level 1. They're training to pass level 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And these aren't just some easy peasy little levels. I hear that the majority of fitness trainers that own gyms don't typically get past anywhere between level 4 and 6. So this is not easy. This is something that not only you guys are going to be striving to accomplish, but me and the staff, Vince and Kendra and Stacy and Chad and all the other trainers over in O'Fallon, we're going to be testing ourselves this weekend, because we want to level up as well. So this is something that not only you guys should be excited about, but we are so pumped about. So this is going to be an invitation only testing. This is not something that we're going to go, okay, everyone's going to test. No, we need to feel that you're ready and that you can accomplish level 1, that you can accomplish level 2, that you're strong enough for level 3. So as long as you've been in the program for a minimum of 6 months, which all of you have been, of course, you'll be qualified to get an invitation for that. So we're definitely going to start sending out those invitations next week. Of course, we'll give you more information about the program, but it's really exciting. They use specific exercises to determine your strength within each muscle group. And there's also a conditioning portion that's required for each level's advancement. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All of these different exercises that are within these testings allow you to demonstrate your personal fitness growth. And these are new goals that you can set for yourself. It's pretty exciting. And the best part about it is it just gives you this abundance of short-term goals that you can set for yourself. And also the testing days are so excited because you know what? It's not just going to be you testing. I'm sorry, but we're going to invite people to come watch, come cheer you on. You're welcome to go to the testing day for the trainers because once we get past level 1 and get the feeling for how the program works, once all the trainers go to past level 2, we're going to invite everyone to come out, watch, and cheer. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're just really, really pumped about this system. I have a great video I can show you that kind of explains more about it. I guess I can go ahead and play that now real quick.
Well, you guys should get really pumped about this too, because going back to, now this is how you can train to be a better athlete. This is how you can rank yourself with other boot campers, with the trainers, and it gives you something really tangible to work towards and to want to, have a maybe just a really clean week in the kitchen so that you can
Pass your
level
test.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pass your last best level and in the next month and move on to the next rank. Um,
Absolutely. Mhm.
I always enjoy, in boot camp when I'm working out next to the people that are more experienced and push themselves and push me to, keep up with them or it just sort of we feed off of each other. So this is a good way to see who's on your same level, and then you can push them during the workouts, and you can challenge each other. All right, I'm going to beat you to a level 4 or to a level 5,
Mhm.
whatever the case is. So it'll be fun. It'll be I think reinvigorating and get you pulled back um, into the zone.
Mhm. Absolutely. And each level has a color band, so you guys are all going to get a paracord band once you pass your level, and wear it with pride. Once you pass these levels, like I said, level 1, level 2, I was looking through it with Vince today, and I was like, man, these are not exactly easy. Level 1 is not going to be cake, but I have no doubt in my mind that all of you guys can pass it. But it is something that we will all be training for. Level 8 is a beast, by the way. You have to complete all level 1 through 7 at the same time, so it's pretty intense. But these are all ranked by colors, and I just kind of wanted to, there was something else. Oh, and like Chad said, this is great because you guys can compare yourselves to one another as far as level goes, but what this is really about is you competing against yourself and you being better than the person you were yesterday and you staying focused. And like Chad said, you're eating to fuel your performance. I mean, this really locks it all in together and really shows you why it's important, so you can perform. So I'm really just stoked about this system, and it really excited to share this with you all. I'm going to go ahead and shush up, and I'm going to play this video for you real quick.
Finally.
That's not nice, Chad.
I'm not seeing the video play here. I'm not seeing the video. Are you guys seeing the video play? Yeah, the screen. Okay. It's jumping ahead. We'll rewind for you guys. Sorry about that.
What? Was it not playing the whole time?
No, just rewind it.
Can you even hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. It just froze for a while. Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
weird. My bad.
The video is not playing very well right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop all that nonsense. Apparently, it's not playing very well.
That
Uh,
ruined the buzz. That was a buzzkill.
oh, bummer. Okay, guys. So, ooh, Holly, I like that. Let me know if you need a photographer for that. Yes, I will let you know. So at this point, guys, I'll go ahead and share that link with you all, so you can watch the video, and I'll go ahead and post those other links that I had in the slideshow. But at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up to questions. So you guys can go ahead and use the chat. You can ask us anything. It doesn't have to even be about what we covered. If you guys need any assistance or anything like that, go ahead and start typing away, guys. And yeah, the video. Sorry, that's such a bummer. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure to send that video to you guys. So, any questions? Chad, can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. Leave it open here, guys. If you have no questions, go ahead and just type no questions. So I don't sit here like a silly person. Anything? Okay. I guess you guys don't have any questions.
Great job. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ed. I'd like to thank everybody for coming.
Oh, wait,
Especially,
wait, wait. So when will this start again? Courtney, is that what you were asking? Oh, I guess when we're going to start Fit Ranks. We're going to go ahead and send out invitations for Fit Ranks probably starting next week. Um, so with your invitation is going to come along with a set of exercises that will be in the test. So you're not going to go in blind, which is nice. So that's definitely a big benefit. Now, whenever you do get your test invitation, you'll have 2 to 4 weeks to prepare for it. So we're definitely going to start our first round of testing at the end of August. So we will definitely send those out. And I'm thinking the majority of you that are on this call will be getting an invitation. So just go ahead and prepare yourself mentally. Not that it's going to be too crazy, but I think you guys will all do great. Again, really focus on start making some short-term goals for yourselves. You guys are awesome. You guys are cranking away. You're the leaders of our pack. Um, Sorry, I'm reading questions. Will the fitness test be optional? I know not everyone will want to do it. Yes, absolutely. It is optional. If we give you an invite and you're like, nope, I'm going to pass, then absolutely, there's no reason why we're going to force you to do it. But you're definitely do not have to do the testing if you prefer not to. Let me see.
uh, do we mind if they help boot campers with proper form?
Yes, yes. I mean, if you guys feel that you have a good handling on the form, like our veteran boot campers that have been here for 8+ months, a year, 2 years, yes, please do. Of course, there's a way of going about it without embarrassing anyone. So just be really nice about it. Hey, when you're doing this, just go ahead and, roll your shoulders back, keep your head up. There you go. Then as soon as they correct, say, perfect, good job. And that's kind of just a nice way of going about it. Just because when we have new people, each and every one of you are so wonderful at just being friendly, being inviting. When your first day, when you walked into boot camp, how nerve-wracking that was, and how uncomfortable it could have felt, and you guys being nice and opening up your arms to them is just we can't thank you enough. That it's very very nice of you just to make everyone feel comfortable. So keep doing what you're doing, guys. And like the question was asked, yeah, absolutely. If you feel um, that you need to correct form, please do so. That's going to help that person in the long run. That's for sure.
Yeah, and really everybody's going to benefit from you guys talking with the new people. And here's what I mean. I mean, since you've been at it longer, you need something to keep you focused, right? You need something to keep the excitement there. And when you share your story with other people, and when they're telling you, I'm just starting, and in the first 30 days I've lost this many inches and pounds, and they're so excited, that's going to get you excited too, and you're going to remember all those good feelings that you had and why this journey is so important for you if you've lost that along the way somewhere. So
Mhm.
the more guys can help each other out, the better, with form or with anything else. So thank you for that, Debbie.
Absolutely. Couple other questions. How long do you have to wait until you can test for another level up? That's going to be by the coaches. That's going to be a coach decision. If they feel that you are ready to go ahead and test, for the next level, then absolutely. I know a majority of you, I know in level 2, you need to be able to do 10 strict push-ups. So I'm thinking a large majority of you will be able to achieve level 2. But yes, that'll all kind of be decided at the trainers by the trainers. But if you feel that you're ready, then obviously ask us, and we'll say, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. Now, how long does the Fit Ranks program last? I mean, this is ongoing from here on out, as long as we enjoy it and it's helping everyone get better results and stay motivated. I mean, we're in it for the long run, that's for sure. And do we do these in class or on our own time? So with Fit Ranks, we're actually going to set a date because we need to have a 5-to-1 ratio, meaning 5 people are testing, 1 coach is watching. There are different rules. There's a 5-second rule. There are 3-second rules. I will explain all of these different things to you in the future here in the next week or so. But you will be closely watched. You will have 3 strikes if you don't perform things correctly or in the right form or for the right rep counts. Then we do have to give you a fail. Well, I don't want to say fail. You just didn't pass this time, and you have 2 weeks to make up that test and try again. So it's not like you pass and you fail and then you don't get to try again. Of course, you get to try again. So you'll just retrain, fix and clean up the things that you didn't succeed at, and then you'll just retest in another 2 to 4 weeks. So I hope that answered your guys' question.
Christy, you just need to start practicing the pull-ups. I'm not sure which level it is, but
Yes.
just start knocking it right now, Christy. Just go for it.
Yeah. So yes, there are pull-ups in the test, and I don't want to disclose what level it's on, but there are pull-ups in the test. And how long does the test take? Oh, that's a good question. I want to say they're about the size of a class time length. So I'd say anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. All of the levels are different, so it's hard to say. And we have yet to do the testing ourselves, which is why we're doing it this weekend. We'll have a better idea by then. Is there a list of exercises? Yes, you will get a list of exercises when we send you your invitation for the test. So for example, if you get level 1 invitation, on that sheet of paper will be all the different exercises that are incorporated within level 1. Good questions, guys.
Sounds like you're pretty excited to get started with this. So
I
that's
hope
great.
so. I'm excited. I'm excited to do level 1. I'm ready to just accomplish that. Vince is pumped. I think of all people, Vince is like, yes, Fit Ranks. So he's known about this for 5-6 months, and he's just been twiddling his thumbs, waiting for us to get it started. So I'm really, really excited, guys, and I hope you are too. I'm going to leave it open for a few more questions here if you guys have anything. Otherwise, this is going to be recorded, or it is recorded rather, so I will email this out. I'm also going to go ahead and post those links in Rapid Fat Loss now, so you guys can check those out. I'm going to make the official announcement for Fit Ranks tomorrow morning, so you guys are the first to know. Cool. But apart from that, that is all we had for you tonight, unless you guys have any other questions. And last question just came in. Where will the testing be? It's going to be either at the O'Fallon or the Edwardsville studio. We are going to go back and forth because we need all the trainers there. For the amount of people we'll be testing, it kind of depends. We will have anywhere between 5 to 6 trainers there at a time. Wait, do we have 5 total? Okay, maybe 5 trainers. So yes, and yeah, thank you guys too. I think Chad and I are going to go ahead and sign off unless you guys have any other questions. Thank you so much for coming. Chad and I plan to do this monthly. We really like the webinars, and as long as we get good feedback from you guys as far as hosting it in this manner, we will continue it if you guys definitely do. So please do email us, text us, or Facebook us whether you like this format or if you didn't, and then we'll kind of move forward from there. Okay. I hope you guys went to the workout and enjoyed it. Thank you so much, guys. You're awesome. Keep being fast, fitness, strong, and we'll see you in the studio soon.
Woohoo! All right, keep up the good work, everybody.
All right. Thanks, guys.